Dear students of 11 Science and 11 Arts A, summary writing is the part related with the unseen passage. The unseen passage is meant for 12 marks with activity sheets and 3 marks are given for summary writing. You have to write not only the summary but you have to give a suitable title to it. The suitable title given to the summary also carries its own credit, its own weightage. Summarizing is a skill you need to acquire for various purposes. Summarizing summarizing is identifying the main ideas in a passage and putting them together in a logical way. Summarizing involves the following 4 C's. Number 1, comprehension. Comprehension means understanding of the passage. Collection, collecting main ideas, separating the main ideas from the details. Oblique, supporting ideas, etc. Composition, writing the summary, putting down the main ideas. And then condensation. Condensation means पृथक्करण. जसं एक सिम्पलेस्ट उदाहरण आपल्याला सांगायचं झालं तर आईस ट्रेमध्ये जर आपण पाणी भरलं आणि ते डीप फ्रीजरमध्ये ठेवलं तर त्या पाण्याचे क्यूब तयार होतात, बर्फाचे तुकडे तयार होतात. दॅट इज द कंडेन्स्ड फॉर्म ऑफ वॉटर. यू हॅव टू condense the passage. You have to condense the passage. You have to do the following things while writing the summary. Separate the relevant points. Separate the relevant points from the irrelevant. Number 2, arrange the ideas in the order best suited for the purpose. Number 3, present the ideas in a clear and simple language. Next, make the matter as short as possible. Use words, phrases, expression from the text. And the most important thing is that you have to change the narration. You should not do following things. Do not comment on the passage. Do not add new information. Do not give examples, quotations and figures. Do not explain the meaning according to your understanding. Some tips for condensation. Number 1, reduce a long phrase into one word. For example, at this point of now, at this point of time, at this point of time. You can only say now. Number 2, a clause into a phrase. For example, when the sun was rising in the eastern horizon, you can say at dawn. Number 3, a clause into a word. For example, that which cannot be easily read. Illegible, ILLEGIBLE. Next, long list of things into a term or title. Illustrations may be reduced to just one. Number 2, all directed speech is changed all directed speech is changed to indirect speech in the summary. If passage is in the first person and in the present tense, write the summary in the third person and in the past tense. Avoid statistics, images, figures of speech, exclamations, rhetorical questions, etc. Drop everything that is not related to the central theme. Drop everything that is not related to the central theme. It means you have to absorb, you have to correlate yourself only with the main idea. Main idea and supporting details. The main idea is the key point in the text. Any type of text has a topic, main idea and some supporting details. The topic is the broad general theme of or message. Supporting ideas or details support the main idea by explaining how, what, when, where, why and how. If you can locate the topic easily, understand what the writer wants to say. When somebody writes, he or she has an idea in mind which is expressed as stated. Number one, the writer has a point to tell a message to convey or some feeling to express. Number two, the writer organizes, writes a paragraph in which the main idea is stated. Number three, the writer also gives details which support his main idea. Details can be examples, experiences, quotations, figures, general information about the topic, etc. Let us take an example from the lesson. A big data, here it is. Education industry. Big data has inundated the education industry. It has transformed it in leaps and bounds. Now we have information about the students, their study, parents, and we can now prepare customized and dynamic learning programs according to the need of an individual student. Every student's comprehension level is different. The course material can now be designed catering to different requirements of the students. Big data makes it convenient to understand their choices, their difficulties, information regarding various courses and their specialities. We also have an access to the results. From the results we can watch the progress of the student, understand his strengths and weaknesses. This will also help in guiding the student regarding the best career for him based on his mental makeup and abilities. Here, importance of the big data in education industry is the topic or subject of the passage. Main idea is big data has transformed education in leaps and bounds. And the supporting ideas are like this. Number one, we can now prepare customized and dynamic learning programs according to the needs of an individual student. Big data makes it convenient to understand students' choices, etc., to help in guiding the student regarding career. If you put main idea and supporting details together, your summary will be ready. Now the second passage is here. Read the paragraph or listen the paragraph carefully and then write down the main idea and the supporting details. Something which attract and sustain our attention spontaneously are our interests. What we do during our moments of leisure reveals our interest. If our interests are developed along their natural channels leading on to allied occupations, our work will be an ever growing source of pleasure to us. Then the distinction between work and play vanishes and work becomes real play. It was about such that Carlyle wrote, "Blessed is he who has found his work. Let him ask no other blessedness." Now, you just see the details of the summary. Number one, interest are the things which attract and sustain our attention spontaneously. Number two, Carlyle said that blessed is he who has found his work. Number three, what we do during our moments of leisure reveals our interest. Statement number C is the main idea. Statement number A is not the main idea as it just defines interest. Statement number B cannot be the main idea as it is to support the writer's view. Now, one more passage is here, very small passage is here for you. As a pupil, Anne was not particularly brilliant. Most people believed with her parents that Margot, her elder sister, was more promising and was chiefly remarkable for the early interest she took in other people. She was emotional and strong-willed. Life in town, where she was usually surrounded by a chattering crowd of girlfriends, suited her exactly. This was a lucky fact because the Franks could only rarely afford a holiday, nor did they own a car. Let us summarize it as under. Anne was not brilliant student. Anne was not brilliant student. She was emotional and strong-willed. She was a great talker. She took interest in other people. She was always surrounded by chattering friends. And once again, here is a small passage for you. Words are only symbols. Words are only symbols म्हणजे शब्द फक्त प्रतीक असतात. या संपूर्ण जगाचे व्यवहार हे फक्त शब्दांवरती सुरू आहेत. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, शब्द, काही माणसं शब्द देतात, काही माणसं शब्द पाळतात, काही माणसं शब्द फिरवतात, काही माणसं तुमच्यासारखी शब्दांच्या वाचून शब्दांच्या पलीकडलं सारं काही समजून घेतात. आणि म्हणूनच तुमच्यासाठी हा समरी रायटिंग ऑर द स्किल टू राईट अ समरी हा उपक्रम आज आपण मुद्दाम घेत आहोत. तर आज आपण शब्दांबद्दल थोडंसं तुमच्याशी बोलूया. वर्ड्स आर ओनली सिम्बॉल्स टू विच स्पेशल व्हॅल्यूज अँड मीनिंग्स have become attached by general agreement. The same object consisting of printed pages and cover is called by a French speaker livre, by an English speaker book, and by a Hindi speaker kitab. The object is the same in each case, but in each linguistic community, a different word to describe it has been agreed upon. Other symbols may be used instead of linguistic ones. A red light is used to indicate danger. A policeman's upheld hand tells us to stop. A forefinger held to the lips warns us to be quiet. But these substitutes are fairly few in number, and therefore we cannot use them except in very limited circumstances. First statement of the above paragraph is topic sentence. Then follow examples to explain the statement. There are two kinds of symbols, linguistic and non-linguistic. So let us summarize this passage. Words are only symbols. Special values and meanings have become attached to symbols. The same object is given different symbols in different languages. Book is called by different names in different languages. Unlike linguistic symbols, there can be non-linguistic symbols also. For instance, a red light stands for danger. These symbols are very few and used in limited circumstances. So, these are some examples of summary. You just remember one important thing, that you have to summarize it in as minimum as possible words. In as minimum as possible words. Just you count the notes in your pocket when you are spending the money. In the same way, after writing 4 or 5 lines, you should count the words in that particular line. And suppose the given passage has 120 words, your passage should be in 40 words. And you have to give a suitable title to it, and then only your summary will be completed. This is the easiest question so far. Non-textual matter is concerned. Unseen passage will be given to you tomorrow through notes, and that's all.